Hello, and welcome to our video on using the Invantive Query Tool for SQL with Exact Online. Today, I'm going to show you how you can use the Invantive Query Tool to access data that was stored in the cloud using Exact Online. First, I'm going to start the Invantive Query Tool. There is a shortcut here on my desktop. And you can see I'm running a stable channel demo version. Don't get confused by the label demo. This is a free and maintained product which is available from our website in the Downloads section. When the application starts, it will first check for newer versions of the software. If it does find a newer version, the program will ask if you want to upgrade or stay with the current version of the software. You can always look here in the blue shaded area of the login box under the product title to see what version of the software you have. The first step to connecting to Exact Online in the cloud with SQL is to choose the right connection. In this case, the connection has the name Invantive Web Service Exact Online. The connection you'll use will also contain the words Exact Online. It may also contain a country code since Exact Online is available in many countries and each country has their own specific login codes. And here below, you can see some background information on the SQL connection to Exact Online. Please note that the administration that you will work with is the one that was last used in the web format of Exact Online. In the username field, you enter the username you used to connect to Exact Online on the internet. And the password is also identical to the one you use online. Then you log in to Exact Online with the Query Tool using the green Login button. Now, there is a blue bar below the Login button that says Connect. Right now, the software is downloading translations that it will use. Okay, now the Invantive Query Tool opens. Here you can see the window is divided into two main parts. In the top part of the window, you enter the SQL statements that you wish to execute. You can execute them on Exact Online, but you can also run queries on Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle MySQL, Teradata, Oracle RDBMS, or any ODBC source. And here at the bottom half of the window, there are a number of tabs with a list of available objects in your database. These are the results of the last query, a history of previously executed queries, DBMS output, explain plan, and trace activity. The DBMS output, explain plan, and trace activity show information when the software is used in combo with the Oracle RDBMS platform. Okay, we're going to start simple. Let's write a query for Exact Online. And now I start typing. As you can see when you type, the software provides you with a suggestion for words to use for your SQL queries. Click on the Enter key if you'd like to use the proposed word. These automatic suggestions work for SQL keywords, and they also work for tables and views in Exact Online. For example, when you start entering administrations, which is a table within Exact Online, it will suggest it. You choose it just by using the Enter key, like before with word suggestions. To execute the query, press Ctrl Enter or click the Execute button, here on the top left corner. The results will now be fetched using the Exact Online interface protocols. They are presented in a grid format. You can customize this grid yourself in the format that you'd like to use for your reports. You can click Code to sort the columns. You can click the Sum key to add totals, summaries, etc. And you can also apply a filter by clicking the icon here to the right of the Sum key. This is especially useful with large sets of results. And by clicking the pin, you can pin the column so it stays fixed when you start scrolling, like this. Finally, you can also select the fields that you wish to display by clicking the button above the column numbers on the left-hand side. I've already removed some fields from my list. And this layout can be saved for future use by clicking on Display Layout. Here, you'll find a Save button. Each time you execute the same query again, the the same layout will be applied to your query. It gets even better, especially since Exact Online contains such interesting information with financial figures. You can easily make totals, and you can also group them easily. Let's choose a column that I would like to group. And while we're at it, I'm going to turn on a few of these fields again. Okay, let's say you want to group the column by blocking status of an administration. And as you can see here, you have a count. You can even have subtotals again, like this in your groupings. And when you export these results to Excel, the grouping stays. So you get a spreadsheet with grouping already in place. When you save your layout, save your queries on Exact Online, and then export the results, you get the same sort of report every time. It's handy because you can build most of your custom business reports in seconds. Okay, let's move on and create another query. Here you also have a list of available tables. Of course, they are shown already as suggestions during typing, but you can also choose one of the possible suggestions in the list at the bottom here. Okay, for this instance, let's see if there are any GL accounts to find in this system. Press Ctrl Enter again, and it executes the query on Exact Online. And in this case, I would like to have type and code as groups, so I drag these columns up to this gray area above where my columns are displayed. Also, I'm going to remove some of these fields using the same button we used to add them. That's better. Now I can easily see what the general ledger is composed of. This is another way to work with data from Exact Online. Finally, we have also taken care to provide you with a large number of queries already here in the Samples menu. You can choose this sample file and get some more SQL samples with filtering and sorting to assist you in your daily work with Exact Online. A cool thing is that when you use the Inventive Query Tool for Exact Online, you can use the same queries using Inventive Composition for Microsoft Word and Inventive Control for Excel. You can create your own spreadsheets with risk models and create contracts, quotes, letters, etc. using data contained in Exact Online combined with simple Word templates made by using Microsoft Word. I hope you learned how to get more out of Exact Online with the Inventive Query Tool through this video, and hopefully you come back to learn more about using our software from other videos. Thanks for watching.